Welcome to Weekly China Recap with Xing Zheming. This week, we turn away from China's economic numbers and geopolitical headlines and focus on something that, in its own way, tells us just as much about where China is heading: the 15th National Games, which just wrapped up across the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macao, Greater Bay Area. This year's National Games were unlike any before it. Not just because of the athletes or the medals, but because of how it was hosted and what it signals about China's regional integration, its ambitions in global sports, and the future of the Greater Bay Area. For the first time ever, Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macao co-hosted the event. A major logistical, political, and symbolic effort that frankly would have been unimaginable 10 years ago. But today, it reflects a Greater Bay Area that is no longer just a concept on paper, but a region that is truly trying to learn how to work together. During the Games, officials highlighted something new: the idea of a one event, three locations, one policy, three applications, one standard, three systems. In simple terms, this means cross-regional coordination that cuts across administrative boundaries, from venue planning to transportation links, from information systems to food safety protocols. For a region operating under one country, two systems, this is a major stress test. But by most accounts, they passed. We saw smoother mobility between cities, better rule alignment, and a lot of behind-the-scenes coordination that will be very useful for future cross-border events. Sports authorities even announced that they would formalize a long-term cooperation agreement between the two regions, making sports a new bridge for deeper integration in the Greater Bay Area. But the bigger question is, what comes next? Hong Kong media has already floated a possibility that seemed bold at first, but now looks increasingly plausible. Could Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong jointly bid for the 2036 Olympic Games? Let's think about it. Beijing hosted the Summer Olympics in 2008 and the Winter Olympics in 2022. Two events that reshaped the city and reshaped global perceptions. If the Greater Bay Area pursues its 2036, the pitch would be very different. Not a single city hosting an Olympics, but a mega city cluster presenting itself as China's future engine of innovation, technology, and global connectivity. Of course, behind every major sporting event is a major economic question: what's the return on investment? For Beijing, 2008 was an international debut for China as an emerging power. For 2022, it was a mix of urban renewal and technological confidence, even under the pandemic. And for the Greater Bay, the message would be about regional power, a highly connected, globally competitive urban cluster that wants to signal its strength on the world stage. But the National Games also reveal something else: that economic strength translates into sporting strength. As expected, medal tables were dominated by China's strongest provincial economies: Shandong, Jiangsu, Guangdong, Zhejiang, Beijing, and Shanghai. This is not a coincidence. These regions have the deepest talent pipelines, the best sports infrastructure, and the most systematic athlete development models. Yet the real highlight was the energy from China's younger athletes. Many teenagers made their national debut, breaking records, surprising audiences, and showing a confidence that reflects today's younger generation. These athletes will form the backbone of China's future teams at next year's Asian Games in Japan, and more importantly, for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. Another thing that stood out this year was the grassroots and relaxed atmosphere. Compared with earlier editions, the National Games felt more decentralized, more about people enjoying sports than about state-driven athletic performance. Social media lit up with clips of local fans viral moments and emotional stories from athletes. It was a reminder that sports beyond competition is also culture, identity, and community. And of course, as always, big sports events mean big spending. Tourism and consumption saw an immediate boost. According to Meituan Travel, air ticket bookings to key host cities like Guangdong, Shenzhen, and Zhuhai jumped significantly, with Shenzhen's booking rising over 18%. Hotels near major venues saw rooms booked out weeks in advance. Young travelers, Gen Z, and young millennials were the main force. Cities even leveraged the games for cultural tourism. Dongguan rolled out 6 curated travel routes offering free entry to major attractions for ticket holders. All this reflects a deeper trend. Sports is becoming a driver for domestic consumption, especially among young Chinese consumers. And when you combine sports, tourism, and retail, you get a very strong multiplier effect, something China's economy needs right now. Finally, the national games also gave us emotional moments. Veteran athletes, some competing in their last national event before retirement, showed extraordinary perseverance. Their stories resonated widely, reminding people that China's sports system is not just about producing champions, but also about human stories of discipline and dedication. So what does the national games tell us this year? It tells us that the Greater Bay Area is maturing into a more interoperable region. It tells us that a big sporting event can still unite audience, drive tourism, and revive local consumption. It tells us that China is preparing a new generation of athletes for the global stage. And perhaps most intriguingly, it hints at a bold possibility. A future Olympic bid from Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. A bid built not on one city's ambition, but on an entire region's momentum. This is Weekly China Recap with Xing Zheming. Thank you for listening. Stay curious, stay informed, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.